12. A person just confessed to seeing you in their dream, dressed like royalty and surrounded by money. Archangel Michael says, someone you know has just woken up in tears, shaken by a powerful dream about you. In that dream, you were not ordinary. You stood in a room filled with glowing light, dressed in garments of gold and royal silk, while piles of money surrounded your feet like waves on a shore. This dream was not imagined. It was divinely sent. It was shown to someone who once doubted you, someone who didn't believe your destiny was as big as your heart knew it was. In the dream, your crown was not just on your head, it was floating above you, blazing with flames of light that could not be ignored. It was not a costume. It was who you were, finally revealed without disguise. You didn't speak in the dream, yet your silence commanded the room. Your presence was magnetic. The riches didn't just lie at your feet, they moved toward you as if pulled by invisible threads of divine favor. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The person who had this dream has kept it quiet for days. They've been watching you differently now. They feel something rising in your energy and can't explain it. They once underestimated you. They saw your struggles. They heard the gossip and believed the limits others placed on your name. But now, this dream has shaken their perception. In the vision, they saw you sitting on a throne with velvet steps. The throne wasn't in a palace, it was in a heavenly courtroom. There were scrolls laid out before you, each one stamped with your name and the word, approved. Golden coins fell from the ceiling like gentle rain. Bills stacked high, untouched, clean, waiting for your hand to claim them. This was not fantasy, it was prophecy. Type Amen to get blessing 872. There was a voice in the dream. Not your voice. A voice from the heavens that said, this one is chosen to lead. This one carries wealth with purpose. This one shall no longer beg or borrow. The dreamer didn't recognize the voice, but they felt its power. It shook them from their sleep. And now, they're questioning everything they thought they knew about you. They remember how people laughed when you tried. They recall the whispers when you failed. But now, they're realizing that your failures were only seasons, seeds planted in silence, now ready to explode into harvest. You were not dressed like a king or queen for fashion. You were clothed in that royalty to reveal the status your soul has already carried for lifetimes. Type Amen to get blessing 1201. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the dream is a spiritual confirmation that the time of hiding is over. What was once invisible about you is about to become undeniable. This person is about to speak. They may hesitate at first. But the dream won't let them rest. They feel drawn to tell you. Because the moment they do, something in the spiritual realm will activate. That confession will open a door. That dream was not just for them, it was for you. It was a mirror of what is now being written into your timeline. You've been feeling something too. A shift. A pull. A strange confidence rising from your belly. That's because the dream wasn't a lie, it was a window into your tomorrow. Type Amen to get blessing 6584. You were standing tall in a world that didn't match your current life. But every color, every texture, every detail in that dream was real. It was a preview. In this next season, things will begin to look familiar, because you already saw them in the spirit. The people who mocked your ambition will now see the manifestation of what was whispered in heaven. You were surrounded by figures in robes. They bowed, not to worship you, but to recognize your role. You've been marked to handle wealth with wisdom, and the time is approaching quickly. Your throne wasn't in a castle because you are not royalty by blood alone, you are royalty by purpose. And heaven never forgets those who carry spiritual contracts. Type Amen to get blessing 2319. The money wasn't random. It had your initials printed on some notes. Your birth date on coins. It was wealth tailored to you. It's not just about getting rich. It's about getting positioned. You're going to be the one who blesses others. You're going to be the one who builds, provides, shelters, rescues. That's why your blessing is delayed no longer, it's needed now. People around you are about to feel it. Your aura is shifting. Doors that never opened are about to fly off their hinges. Conversations will begin about your name in rooms your feet haven't touched yet. The dream didn't lie. You were royalty. You are royalty. You will walk in royalty. The crown is not metaphorical. It is spiritual proof of your high calling. Type Amen to get blessing 4840. You were not alone in the dream. Behind you stood 7 angelic figures, glowing with white light. Each held a scroll with your name and an assigned task: protection, wealth, healing, honor, clarity, power, and justice. The one who saw you in this state is afraid to admit it. Because it confirms too much. They know if they tell you, they can't unsee the truth, and the truth demands accountability. They will tell you soon. It may be in a whisper. It may come through a story. But it will shake you. And the moment they speak, you will feel heaven move. Something will lift off your shoulders. A cloud will break. Because the dream was the announcement. You were just waiting for the delivery. Type Amen to get blessing 5191. Archangel Michael says, the riches in that vision weren't just physical, they were symbolic of the spiritual rewards you've been gathering. For every time you didn't give up. For every time you prayed instead of panicked. You're not stepping into abundance because of luck. You're stepping into it because you held on. When others ran. When others mocked. When others moved ahead and left you behind, you still believed. Now, heaven says enough delay. The dream was proof that spiritual justice has spoken. And your wealth is not coming, it's already been released. The one who saw you in that light was meant to be a witness. They will not only confirm the vision, they will become part of your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 7720. You'll notice more people saying strange things soon. I had a dream about you. I keep seeing your face. You were dressed like someone important. These aren't coincidences. These are confirmations. Your royalty is not just in dream space anymore. It's moving into real time. People are about to treat you differently, and they won't know why. But their spirits will recognize what their minds cannot yet explain. Wealth will arrive not through one source, but many. Unexpected calls. Back pay. Surprising opportunities. And behind it all, a divine force pulling abundance toward your hands. You are no longer waiting. You are walking. Your crown fits. Your seat is ready. Your story has turned a new page. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. They will remember the dream long after they wake up, because it wasn't just a glimpse, it was a revelation. They were chosen to see what others could not, to witness the divine unveiling of your future before it arrives. Their role was never to hold the crown, but to see it resting on you, glowing with unstoppable power. The dream changed them. It disturbed their plans. It made them feel unworthy to stand where they once stood beside you. They now know you were never meant to walk behind anyone, you were meant to lead, to shine, to carry wealth that heals not only yourself but generations after you. You may feel sudden waves of energy as if someone is watching you differently. That's because they are. The person who had this dream is no longer looking at you through the eyes of history, they see you now through the eyes of destiny. They know the money in the dream wasn't about greed. It was about responsibility. It was about unlocking doors others cannot reach. And now, they fear missing their chance to be close to someone heaven has clearly marked. Type Amen to get blessing 6433. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the moment the dream was released into their spirit, the financial chains around your life began to break. You didn't even realize it, but in the invisible realm, contracts began to shift. Access codes began to be updated. Your spiritual ID was activated. They were not the only one to dream of you. Another person, quiet, distant, observing, has had visions too. These people are being pulled toward you because their spirits are being used to deliver signs. Each one is part of the prophecy. Your name will now appear in dreams often. And not just in friendly visions, some will see you in power, and it will trouble them. Not because you harmed them, but because they know they should have believed in you when you were still unseen. Your rise is becoming unstoppable. No delay, no detour, no distraction will matter now. The angels assigned to your elevation have already begun clearing the path ahead of you. Type Amen to get blessing 3090. In this dream, they saw gold lines drawn around your body, an armor of wealth and honor. Not armor for war, but for recognition. For visibility. For divine acceptance. You stood with both hands open, but you didn't reach for anything. Instead, everything came to you. Money didn't fall randomly, it was guided. As if someone in the heavens whispered, direct all provision to this one. Even those who have passed on, your ancestors, spiritual guardians, appeared in the dream behind you. Their eyes proud. Their presence firm. They've waited for this moment, and now they're watching it unfold with divine satisfaction. The dream was not a warning. It was a declaration. And it will replay again until you accept the truth. You are about to walk into wealth that answers prayers. Type Amen to get blessing 1947. You may begin to feel a tingling in your hands when thinking about your future. That's not anxiety. That's spiritual preparation. Heaven is readying you to handle what's coming. The money you saw in that vision is tied to your voice. Your voice has value. Your ideas. Your words. Your message. You may not know exactly how it will arrive, but the pathway has already been written. Do not be surprised when banks approve you with ease. When people want to give to you without reason. When job offers come, and you weren't even searching. This is the season where you stop trying and begin receiving. The person who dreamed of you may try to get close again. Not to harm, but to understand. They feel the pull to be near royalty, even if they once ignored it. Type Amen to get blessing 11:19. You are going to be honored publicly. Not in an arrogant way, but in a way that silences every lie that was ever spoken against you. The same mouths that doubted will be the mouths that whisper, I saw it coming, but I didn't understand it. The throne in the dream was not fantasy, it is becoming real. And heaven is placing it beneath you not just to elevate you, but to establish you. You will sign contracts that secure legacies. You will hold wealth that touches cities. You will speak words that turn lives around. This dream was your introduction to what's already begun moving. The world is about to witness what heaven has already confirmed. You were always meant to rise like royalty and walk surrounded by wealth. Type Amen to get blessing 8778. Even as you sleep, the angels are working. The money that was shown in the dream is forming into real financial channels. Divine transactions. Kingdom deposits. Supernatural refunds. You will wake up to new beginnings. Fresh opportunities. Favor that can't be explained. And the reason is simple, the dream has already spoken, and heaven has said yes. You may feel tears you don't understand. That's your spirit reacting to what's unfolding around you. Something powerful is approaching, and your soul recognizes it before your mind catches up. Let them talk. Let them question. Let them wonder. Because the moment the dream was released, the timeline shifted, and now, your rise cannot be stopped. Type Amen to get blessing 2760. The ripple effect of that dream is still moving through dimensions. What was once hidden is now illuminated. People who didn't believe in you are being forced to reconsider everything because of what was shown through divine sight. The person who saw you in that dream is now experiencing unusual spiritual activity. They're hearing your name in places where no one is speaking it. They're feeling your presence in moments of stillness. That's because your energy is no longer local, it's global, it's ascending, it's royal. Every time they close their eyes, they see flashes of that image, your robe, the golden light, the air filled with sacred power. They can't ignore it anymore. They've begun to question their own beliefs. The dream has become a message echoing louder each day. You may begin receiving messages from people saying things like, I don't know why, but I've been thinking about you a lot. Or, I had a strange dream and you were glowing. Don't dismiss these as casual words. They're confirmations that heaven is making your presence known in ways no man can block. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. Archangel Michael says, this is more than a season, it's a spiritual elevation. The dream unlocked a divine release. Everything that was delayed is now pouring forth, because the vision broke the final barrier. In the dream, you were standing under a large archway made of marble and light. It was labeled with a word they couldn't read, but their spirit understood. That word meant access, authority, approval. What once required begging will now require only presence. Your presence is enough. Your presence carries proof. Your presence shifts energy. And now, people will sense the change in you, even if you say nothing. Your steps will carry divine purpose. Wherever you walk, divine appointments will follow. Even in silence, your shadow will command honor, because the dream sealed your new identity in the realm of spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 5111. You are not the same anymore. You crossed an invisible threshold when that dream was dreamed. And now, your life is aligning with the royal revelation. Your sleep may feel different. Heavier. Deeper. That's because angels are ministering to you through the night, preparing you for the days ahead. Downloading wisdom. Imparting instruction. Strengthening your walk. You may feel disconnected from certain people, places, or habits. That's not confusion, it's calibration. You're being aligned with new dimensions. What no longer fits is being stripped away gently but firmly. And the ones who doubted you? They'll now begin to feel uneasy around you. Not because of judgment, but because your elevation exposes their hesitation. Type Amen to get blessing 2842. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There will be a sudden opportunity that seems too perfect. Don't hesitate. Don't overthink. It is the physical arrival of what the dream previewed. This is not luck, it is fulfillment. The person who saw the dream may try to downplay it. They may say, it was probably just a strange vision. But don't let that fool you. Deep down, they know it was divine. Soon, they will return to you with more details. They will remember colors, sounds, faces, words. And with each word they speak, your spirit will leap with confirmation. You'll realize it was not just a dream, it was a contract. A prophetic announcement. A scroll opened in heaven and shown to a witness so you would know, the royalty in you is real. Type Amen to get blessing 1771. Money will no longer be a wall in your life. It will become a walkway. Your relationship with wealth is being rewritten. Not to chase it, but to command it. You're not meant to live small. You were never created to just survive. You were formed to thrive, to influence, to move things in divine timing. Archangel Michael says, your pockets will never be empty again. Because you've passed the test of the dry season. You didn't curse God. You didn't quit. You waited, and now the waiting is over. From this moment, things begin to unlock. Deals approve. Support flows in. People offer help without reason. And all of it traces back to that one vision, a dream dressed in truth. Type Amen to get blessing 6969. You're about to see your own reflection and not recognize who you're becoming. The glow, the strength, the knowing in your eyes, it's from being refined in private. But now, heaven is making it visible. The one who dreamed of you will not be the last. More will see you this way. Each dream will add more pieces to your divine image, like a puzzle unfolding in many minds. You are the chosen one. The financial shift is already arriving. The dream did not lie. The angels are not delayed. And the crown is already yours in the spirit. Get ready. The seat has been pulled out for you. The banquet is being served. And your arrival is no longer future tense, it is now. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Your image in that dream is now manifesting in reality, and there is nothing anyone can do to stop it. You are walking into the version of yourself that heaven already confirmed. The light that once appeared only in visions is now pouring from your skin, your words, your presence. Even the atmosphere around you is shifting. People will feel it before they understand it. They'll start respecting you more, even if they don't know why. The weight of your calling is now visible, and it will make both strangers and loved ones respond differently. The dream unlocked a gate. And once that gate opened, waves of wealth, honor, and recognition were loosed from the hands that held them back. Those waves are moving now, coming directly to you, not because you demanded it, but because the heavens have declared you are ready. The person who saw it is being urged again and again to tell you. They can't sleep. They replay the dream in their mind. And when they finally speak the full truth, the confirmation will trigger a moment you've been waiting for your whole life. Type Amen to get blessing 2002. Archangel Michael says, they were shown your future in that dream because heaven wanted a witness on earth. Someone to say, yes, I saw it with my own eyes. Someone to declare your glow before others could deny it. The wealth they saw was not stored in vaults. It was moving, multiplying, surrounding you. The money was not there for decoration, it was there as a resource for the royal journey you're about to walk. You've been overlooked before. You've been disrespected. But none of that matters now. Because even those who once mocked you will now see with their own eyes that your favor is not man-made, it's God-sent. The next time you walk into a room, you will feel it. A stillness. A shift. The invisible realm will make room for you, and every spirit that once tried to block you will be pushed back in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 9019. The clothing you wore in the dream wasn't stitched by human hands. It was crafted by angels, garments made of light, truth, and destiny. Every thread shimmered with memories of prayers you cried, nights you wept, and times you stayed faithful when no one else believed. You looked strong, not proud. Glorious, not boastful. You didn't seek attention in the dream, but attention bowed to you. Because what you carried was not ego, it was divine authority. People are about to come forward with money, resources, and support. They'll say they were led. They'll say they were prompted. What they won't always admit is that they saw you in visions before their physical eyes met you. It has already started. Even if you haven't seen it yet, the orders have been given in heaven. The dream was the alarm. And now the angels are executing the instructions tied to your name. Type Amen to get blessing 4044. There's a reason your life felt delayed. It wasn't denial. It was design. You had to go through the seasons of hiddenness so that when this unveiling arrived, no one could take credit for your rise except heaven. Your hands will hold what they once prayed for. Your voice will speak in rooms you were once denied access to. And the weight of your words will carry both fire and peace. Someone will try to reconnect with you, not because of guilt, but because they saw who you've become. They will approach you humbly, remembering the dream they once tried to forget. They will want to be near what heaven has touched. But this time, you will choose your circle carefully. Not out of bitterness, but out of wisdom. Because royalty doesn't walk with everyone, only those who carry reverence. Type Amen to get blessing 7744. Your money is tied to more than bank accounts. It's tied to assignments, projects, breakthroughs. You will fund things heaven assigned you to. You will build things others only talked about. The person who saw you surrounded by money in that dream didn't know your history. They didn't know how hard the road has been. But that's what made the dream so pure. Heaven chose an outsider to confirm what the insiders ignored. Now you are entering prophetic harvest. Things that took years will arrive in weeks. Things that once drained you will now empower you. And you will finally know what it feels like to breathe in fullness. Every day, something will confirm what was seen in that dream. A word. A message. A sudden deposit. An open door. A face from the past returning to apologize. All signs. All alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 6961. You are about to make decisions only royalty can make. You will walk away from things not because they're bad, but because they're too small. You will release people not in hate, but in elevation. Your table is being prepared. Your name is being etched in gold. Not physically, but spiritually. Heaven is establishing your legacy in places you haven't even stepped into yet. The dream was the first page. The story is still being written. And you are the main character walking into scenes no one saw coming. Get dressed. Not in fear, but in glory. Because what was seen in secret is about to be celebrated in public. Type Amen to get blessing 3343. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.